Hey guys, how you doing today? This is Daniel, and I wanted to do a quick video, and it's about private security and basically the essential tools and things like that. I see a lot of security officers out there that are armed, and especially in my state where everybody has a gun legally, they can carry. So it's kind of you need body armor, and I just wanted to give some options for that. So what I have right now is a sleek undercover, I guess you could say, close to the body 10 by 12 Kevlar plate, which is real nice for the price that I paid. It was actually $75 plus the two plates, and these are soft polyethylene, which I've seen them online with reviews and things like that, and they're able to take some substantial beatings as far as caliber wise. That takes up to a 44 mag, and I always stress that if you're going to be out and about in uniform, you want to carry something that's going to be along the lines that's going to protect you to the caliber that you're carrying. Now, currently, I'm carrying a Glock 19 Gen 5, which is a 9mm, so this is more than enough protection. Uh, the only thing that I can say is that unlike LEO, law enforcement, oh, by the way, this is clear, just so people didn't catch a quick glimpse of that. There's nothing in the chamber. But this is my duty weapon that I carry. And for people who look at body armor has too expensive, this I got it online for, like I said, I think it was like $75, and then the plates were like 50 each. Like I think 56 for a pair. There you go. And if you look at the side, it's covered my back just about where a plate carrier would cover you, an exterior plate carrier. And if you look at my lower torso, it's covering all my vitals, so it's up to here where it's supposed to be, and it's covering right here to where my rib cage ends, and all my vitals, lungs, heart, all that good stuff. And another thing I wanted to say is, don't have security officers out there. Don't work an armed post and not have any body armor on. You just never know with today's world. You have active shooters and things like that going on. But another thing I want to touch on is on your duty belt. Some places, like for instance, this contract that I'm working right now, this is my duty belt. I have a level 2 Safariland retention holster on there. My pepper spray, and this account that I'm working right now, I have 2 mags for my Glock, and right now I have this Streamlight, which is pretty bright if you look at it, and I think this is about 400 lumens, but always carry 2 of everything. So I got this mag light that I carry in my back pocket, which is just as bright. And this serves as my backup should I lose this one, in case I have to get off the car in a hurry, or I have to run down the stairs. Because the contract that I'm working, we're contracted to be on a platform. So if I have to run down the stairs for any reason and I don't notice that I dropped my flashlight for any reason, then I'll have a backup to serve me once I find or locate this other flashlight, if should I be able to. But anyways, while you're out there, be safe, observe everyone, and remember these, the hands of whoever you approach. It's just a thing of being courteous to people, courteous to them, walk up as you interview, continue to be observant, watch their body language. If they're becoming a real threat to you, and you feel that you have to back off, and get the appropriate authorities involved. As long as they're not committing a crime in front of you to where you have to intervene, then I would suggest just back off get the police involved and let them do their job, because ultimately that's what they get paid to do. Um, and if you look at the, but security and police, what we do is we're there as a deterrence, in uniform. And I would show you my uniform, but it does serve a political entity, which I cannot show you or show their patch. I would be able to show you the patch of my company that I work for. Just a quick glimpse of what our uniform looks like. But this is basically what I wear when I'm out and about. And I got black BDUs on. So this is Texas weather, 95 degrees outside. So I'm wearing all black, Under Armour, under body armor, interior body armor for that. And it, even though it just comes down to about right here, it's about that much from where my belly button is, right here, from where my belly button is to, and I would say about a good 4 inches. So it covers substantial. It's substantial protection. So I advise anyone who's looking for cheap body armor, that's not cheap because you can't put a price on your life, but you certainly can get on there and investigate and inquire where you can find good deals on body armor that can save your life potentially. I know I do have a plate carrier that I wear sometimes that's exterior, but that looks too paramilitary sometimes, and I feel like I give off the wrong vibe when I put that one on, because that one does have hard plates. Those are Scorpion tactical plates. They're rated to stop 308, and I usually keep that in the trunk of my car. Should anything arise, like an active shooter or anything like that, to where this would serve protection for me to be able to get to my vehicle while I'm waiting for the local police department to arrive and deal with the threat. But if someone's in danger and I have to put this other vest on, I have that one in the vehicle as well, and that one's got a med kit on it and things like that, a tourniquet, things like that, that you would be able to utilize out in the field should you have to. But as far as for security, I would say be safe out there, observe. If you do reports, do a report, watch people, be vigilant, but at the same time, know when to back off, and don't become too subtle in how you do things. Some people get too situated on a post and they're not too observant of other people, and I've noticed it, and I've seen it with some of the officers that work with us, and they're not aware of threats that are walking behind them. It can be a person walking behind them and they have no body armor on, soft or hard, and they're just leaned up, earbuds, or whatever, which I have nothing against that, because sometimes I'll have a earpiece in my ear, and that's just for if I get a phone call, I'll answer. But my main thing is I want to spread safety for security officers, because we do receive training, but I don't feel that it's adequate enough, and a lot of times it's not, because I see a lot of them don't really, they're catching buses and things like that. Not that there's anything wrong with public transportation, but the thing is that you're opening yourself up to, when you put a uniform on, regardless on if you're LEO or SO security officers, you're opening yourself up to a substantial amount of risk. So, it could be anything from a person who has a vendetta against a cop and he sees a security officer who's not aware, and next thing you know, he's beating up or wailing on that person, and beating them down just because he has a vendetta against law enforcement. And unfortunately, we do fall into public safety. So I would say whatever you carry, like me, on my exterior shooter's vest is what I call it, active shooter's vest. That one I do have handcuffs, even though we're not supposed to have them. I have them mounted on the front, along with a mag pouch, an extra mag pouch for a 40 caliber, because I carry also a Glock 23 as well. But I decided to start carrying a 9 since it's a little bit lighter on the hips, and since we're walking around up on the platform and we're observing trains as they come and go and things like that. So it basically, I'm trading 2, 3 rounds for. That's it. I mean, because now the 9 millimeters are right there with the 40 caliber, so I really have no complaints. I mean, now I can say, I do like 9 millimeters. I started out carrying a 9, and then I slowly graduated to a 40 cal. But anyways, back to what I said. I digress. Officer safety. If you carry pepper spray, know how to deploy that spray. For instance, I'll go ahead and just get this one out. Know how to deploy it with your weak hand, and how to be able to utilize it should you have to keep someone off you, and keep yourself at a safe distance. If this is all I have next on the force continuum to deadly force, then this is all I have, and that's per post orders. So that's by law. So basically, it's to this, to hands on if I have to, but it also depends on the situation. So if it's multiple subjects, police haven't arrived, and they're seriously trying to assault me, and I've already deployed this, and this has worked on a few, but I still have some coming at me. Uh, you're just gonna have to use your judgment on that call. But I started this video talking about body armor because I want to see a lot of security officers, protect their life out there, and ultimately be safe. I can tell you, because I do this part time. You don't get paid enough to go out there and get shot over silly stuff. You want to play police or anything like that. Just go out, do what you're assigned to do, get it done, and go home at the end of your shift. I mean, it's that simple. Be very professional, courteous. Remember that you're always under the microscope, and I can tell you that from experience. There's cameras everywhere. I mean, they're observing you from across the street from wherever you're at. They're watching you as you march your post, walk in, and you may not be aware of it, but they are. People love to film police, and they'll challenge security officers as well. So I always advise some security officers that I train, brush up on your constitution, know what you're supposed to do, know when they approach you how to counter argument, and basically evade the situation, back off, say, hey, I have nothing else to say, gotta continue to do my job, and you guys have a safe day, bye. And as long as it's not anything pertaining to your job description, you should be okay. But anyways, this is Daniel. Signing off. I just wanted to show this vest so that security officers out there can look at it. It's by Vism, and soft plate. Believe it or not, it will save your life, and I've watched enough videos on it to say that I can recommend it. So I haven't gone out and shot it personally, but once I do finally get up out of this trade, I probably will take it out to a field somewhere and, legally, use it on the range. But until then, I know that it's the requirements in order to, it's a level 3A, so it'll stop most of your hand rounds that people are carrying, out there. So again, this is Daniel. Have a good one. Be safe. I'm about to dress up, put this suit on, and head out and do what I'm supposed to. So stay strong out there, guys, and be safe. Have a good one. Just one look at it right there so you guys can see a little bit better before I sign off.